डिस्क्लेमर। इस वीडियो में बोले गए सभी शब्द, दिखाए गए सभी दृश्य लेखक की मर्जी से बनाए गए हैं। यदि कुछ भी सुनकर देखकर आपको ठेस पहुंचती है तो वो आपका स्किल इशू है। हमारी वीडियो पर कमेंट कर हमारा और अपना समय व्यर्थ ना करें। धन्यवाद। लाइट चेक, कैमरा चेक, माइक है नहीं अभी तो इससे काम चलाएंगे। चेक, स्क्रिप्ट चेक।
5 minutes later.
वीडियो बनाएंगे कल, मुझे आ रही है नींद। कितना और प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करोगे भाई साहब, हैं? यही करना है पूरे साल या कुछ उखाड़ना है इस 21 वर्षीय जिंदगी में जो अब तक आपने बिताई है? सही कह रहा है भाई, करना तो चाहिए। और फुटेज नहीं खाता, जल्दी करते हैं। Love. We are told its stages long before we ever feel it. Attraction, attachment, infatuation. Then the crash, the reality check. Or what we term it as the heartbreak. Then hope sneaks in, pretending it learned its lesson. Expectation builds a house it can't afford. And finally, choice. Every living being goes through this. Maybe not like we humans do, but everyone has, everyone will. And if one day no one experiences love anymore, that won't just mean loneliness, it will mean the end of life itself. After all, it isn't just a bunch of hormones playing around within your skull. It itself is the one force of nature that has kept everything together. Maybe that is the real end. Not a cinematic explosion, but a slow, stretched out fading of everything. The moment before another big bang, if there is one. The instant where even darkness gets tired of hunting light. Imagine black holes growing and growing, gorging on galaxies, swallowing time itself, until they become so massive they can't even exist, and collapse into each other like dying titans. Now, real physics doesn't quite work like that. The universe didn't explode into space, it became space. But the image is ecstatic, terrifying, beautiful, and perfectly human. Then there is consciousness, this thing that feels so solid, so me. Where did it come from? Where does it go? No one really knows. We map the brain, measure neurons, track electrical storms inside our skulls. But when a person dies, those storms stop. The signals fade, the music ends. Or as what they say, the life performs its final piece on the stage of cosmos. Now let me create a scenario for you in your brains. If you locked a dying person inside a classroom, surrounded them with every possible tech to observe what happens to a life leaving a body, put EEGs, scanners, quantum sensors, impossible tech we can't even fathom, and waited for a soul to escape or a life to take its depart, you would see nothing. No light leaving the body, no particle carrying self, no spiritual fingerprint, just silence on every screen. We bury bodies, we cremate them, sometimes we let nature reclaim them. But the consciousness we knew, it vanishes from every measurable reality. People talk about tunnels of light, about meeting loved ones, about leaving their body and floating above it. Those experiences are real to them, but they are also things science can study. Last surges of the brain, chemical dreams, oxygen-starved hallucinations. not proof of the afterlife, just the proof of how, even in its final moments, the brain can be so poetic, so artistic, so creative. To unalive someone is not just to stop a heart, it is to erase an entire universe that existed only inside their skull. A lifetime of memories, a childhood bedroom, a first love, a favorite song, a fear they never told anyone. All of it gone. And yet, that makes love even more precious. Because it is temporary, because it is fragile, because it is not guaranteed. We are brief sparks in an infinite, indifferent ether. We argue, we fall apart, we forgive, we betray. We text at 2 a.m., we cry in bathrooms, we stay awake wondering if someone still loves us. And in that chaos, we love anyway. Maybe that is the rebellion of being human. To care in a universe that doesn't. To love even when we know we will disappear. So while you are still alive, keep loving because out there, as far as we have seen, there's just us. And when the journey is this long and this lonely, it is good to have someone to rely on. When times get hard, when life doesn't feel life, have someone you can rely on. Have someone you can hold on to. Have someone you can love.